Hi. In case you didn't know, we bought a house in May, actually May 5th of this year. And we've had a lot of projects since we've moved in, and that's what this is all about. We are going to talk about what we had done, which of these things we could have waited on, and how much it all costs, and what we still have left to do. And hi, I'm Bo.
And I'm Win.
We are trying to pay off $620,000 worth of debt, part of which we are going to discuss in this video.
We are very tired, but we are not giving up.
Correct. We're kind of semi-permanently tired at this point. So let's get right into it. Just going to go floor by floor here. So in the basement, we had to rip out the flooring and the walls in 2 rooms so that we could have contractors install a sump pump. It's actually 2 sump pumps and a dehumidifier for the whole basement.
And actually a drainage canal.
What?
There's a drainage canal underneath.
Well, that's part of the sump pump. It's
yeah.
drain tiles.
Got it.
Yes. And then the flooring had to be replaced in 3 rooms, and the walls had to be replaced in 2 rooms. They installed, the remodelers installed baseboard heating. That was in 3 rooms, right?
1, 2, yes.
3 rooms. And then they had to replace 3 doors, including door frames. They painted the whole place.
It's real pretty.
Yes. They installed dedicated outlets for the sump pumps and the dehumidifier because those had to have separate outlets so that they wouldn't trip the circuit breakers. And if other things tripped the circuit breakers, those would still work. We had to remove the debris.
So much debris.
Yep. They remodeled the bathroom. They removed a gas-powered heater from the basement and sealed the pipe off. They replaced a gas valve, and they installed locks. The locksmiths installed locks. That was a lot. It was a whole lot. It took quite a while. And then for the first floor, we put down flooring in 3 rooms because there was carpet. And while carpet isn't awful, it's not great with children and pets. So we did that, and we replaced the pipes under the kitchen sink. We installed locks, and we installed a security system. And then on the second floor, we replaced pipes under the kitchen sink, replaced and rewired the ceiling fan, and installed locks. Now, what of this could we have waited on? So we could have waited on the locksmith. So we could have just installed Home Depot locks in the basement, and then waited on a locksmith so that we could have everything keyed properly. We would have had about 30 keys on our key ring though, which is disgusting, and I hate it.
A source of incredible anxiety.
Yes, it's so frustrating having every single lock have a different key. It's you don't know the pain. It was awful. We could have waited on that. We decided not to. We could have waited on,
I guess maybe the ceiling fan on the second floor?
Yes, we could have waited on the ceiling fan for the second floor.
But we really do take quality of life for our tenants pretty seriously, and to not have a working fan in the front room in the Chicago summer, I don't know.
It wasn't great.
It wasn't great.
And then also we could have waited on the security system as well. Not ideal though, because we do live on the south side of Chicago, which is not great as far as crime rates are concerned. But really, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
We really needed to do all of these things, and immediately. We couldn't wait on the basement getting remodeled, especially because there was a lot of water damage down there and some mold. which is, not great. And in order to get a tenant in there, the place needed to be livable. So,
All the things.
Yeah. So that's what happened. Okay, now to talk about how much it all cost.
So much.
Yep. So y'all have been seeing the drips and drabs costs, but let's see the numbers all added up. Ooh, the pain. Okay, so
Why are you doing this?
the remodelers, we paid $30,355.
It's a whole salary.
Yep. Not a great salary, but it's a salary. The locksmiths, we paid $10,162. The plumber, we paid $3,047. And DIY projects that we did ourselves, we paid $4,223. So this was power tools and wood and manual tools and
Just supplies,
yeah, so
screws.
gloves, whatchamajigam, like protective gloves and protective glasses and goggles and dust masks, stuff like that. That was all. In what else? We installed mailboxes. We did that ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
We did several things around the house ourselves. And then the waterproofing was $26,226. And that was 2 sump pumps, drain tile, dehumidifier, and that's what that was. And then the alarm system was 1,000.
I just want to point out that's after saving something like 5,400 for having torn up the floors ourselves.
Yep.
So that could have been worse. That could have been even worse than this.
Yes. And then the alarm system was $1,923. That's for the cameras and window sensors and door sensors.
And the installation.
Yes, and the cost of installation. And then appliances were $4,700. That was 2 refrigerators, a stove, a washer and dryer.
Mm-hmm.
And then the flooring that we had installed on the first floor, that was $4,635. And that was flooring for 3 bedrooms.
Yep.
So the grand total for all of our big projects, $85,271. Of which, let's see, how much of this was financed? I didn't add up that. So what was financed? It's 26,226 plus 1923 plus 4,700 plus 4,635. So $37,484 was financed. Yep. So it was a little under, and actually, let me just subtract 85,271. So $47,787 was paid in cash. In cash. That is why my bank account has been struggling, because all of this has come out of my bank account.
It's on life support.
It's not great. It's not great. Now.
And folks, that's not even all the things that need to get done. That's just the stuff we've handled so far. The stuff that could not possibly wait.
Yes. And part of our limitation here was that we financed everything that we could finance. So remodelers, they wouldn't even accept credit cards. It was Zelle or Cash App or physical cash. Those were our choices. Same with, locksmiths would accept credit cards, but they charged extra for that. So yeah, we could have, we did put the DIY on credit cards, then paid it off because I really didn't want to pay the credit card interest. But yeah, like the things that we could get loans for, we absolutely did, and that's what this is. That was, we didn't really have a choice, which is why there are still things that have not been done. So now we talk about future projects.
Yay, pour in the future.
Yes. So before September 1st, we still have to clean the heating vents, the furnace, the vents that come from the furnace, the HVAC, because they are very dirty, and the ones that are in the basement have mold in them. So that's not great, and that needs to be addressed. At some point, we need to replace our back porch because the back porch has been repaired, but it was repaired not up to code. So it's like
Well, it was up to code at the time, and the code has since changed. It has to do with the thickness or the spacing of the slats. The vertical slats.
no, I'm talking about the repairs.
Oh, okay.
The repairs that were done, there's repairs on the second floor of the back porch, and those are not up to code.
Oh, man. Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, those are not up to code. So that whole thing needs to be replaced.
Spoiler alert, a lot of things were not up to code when we got here.
Yes, which is why we could afford this place.
Yeah.
Because it needed work. There were plenty of much nicer places that needed less work, and they cost $100,000 to $200,000 more, at least. So yeah, this is what we could get with the amount that we could get approved for from the bank. So yeah, and then the second floor's bathroom needs to be remodeled because they do not have tile around their tub. And they also do not have an extraction fan. So there is some water damage in there. We still need to regrade the yard because the yard has some low spots where water will stand, and that is not a good thing because that could damage the foundation. It could lead to a lot of bugs. Not great. And then sidewalk grading. Part of the reason we found out that the basement floods is because the sidewalk is tilted towards the house. So as it's storming, the water rushes towards the house instead of away from it. And the water goes down the stairs to the basement because the basement is a walkout. So the door to the basement is underground, and there are stairs that lead down to it on the outside of the building. And that's where the water just rushes down in pools, which is causing the water damage down there. So in order to repair that, in order to fix that, mitigate that, we need to tilt the sidewalk away from the house, which means tearing up all the sidewalk and redoing it, which is going to be very expensive. So in the meantime, we're putting in an external pump underneath where the stairs are to pump the water up and out to the front yard. But that is not going to completely fix it. To fix it, we need to fix the sidewalk so it doesn't tilt towards the house. And then the first floor, which is our level, our bathroom also does not have an exhaust fan, which is not great. So currently we have a dehumidifier in the bathroom, but it's big and bulky and on wheels, and it's
not what we like.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, it works, but it's not great. And then at some point, it would be fantastic if we could remodel the garage and finish part of it.
It'd be so nice.
Come closer. Be louder.
It'd be so nice.
Yes. So, yeah, that's kind of a pipe dream because of how much all of this has cost. Like, this was an idea, the garage remodel was an idea that we had before we knew how much everything would cost. And then in about 10 years, we need to replace the roof of the building, of the our home and the garage. Both of those need to be replaced in 10 years. And then we would also like to have landscaping done so that we no longer have grass. That's kind of going to be part of the yard grading, because it's impractical for us to have a lawnmower, because there's no way to get a lawnmower from the garage to the front yard without pushing a lawnmower down the alley and around the block.
I mean, I could carry it, but I'd rather not.
Downstairs and upstairs and through
Yeah.
a gate, that's not... No.
Oh, it wouldn't even get through that gate. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Actually, yeah, the gate isn't wide enough for a lawn. No, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. And at some point, the windows, at least on the second floor, need to be updated so that they're not so drafty, because that's a problem on the second floor specifically. There's also one window in particular on our level that should be updated to the kind where I can open it myself, because currently the way it's positioned, I can't open the window, and it needs to be opened if we're going to cook, because otherwise there isn't a cross breeze and the fire alarm will go off from the smoke of cooking.
Yep.
Because the fan that's over the stove doesn't vent out of the building, it just vents up. So that doesn't actually help as far as like smoke filling the house and like setting off the fire alarms.
Yep.
And the window that needs to be opened, well, one of them I can open. The other one, I have to crawl onto the kitchen counter in order to open it, because I literally can't reach it. So what would be really great would be if we had a window that I could open without climbing onto the counter like a child or a monkey.
It'd be so nice.
It'd be great.
But yeah, even though we're not going into all the specifics here, we've gone into a lot of the specifics in previous videos. This was more just to give a consolidated look and a sense of scale between what this cost, what is left. Good grief. The only reason any of this was possible is because budget beats broke every time.
And never forget that you too deserve financial stability. And I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.